Calgary.
Let's bring Danielle back in as we look ahead to our 5-day forecast. And there is a lot to talk about, a lot of change is coming in those 5 days.
There is, yes. And I mean, we're Albertans, we're used to the cold, right? So I will start off with that. But at times we do have to take the cold seriously. And that's where we're getting into later this week, is that really, really frigid weather where you can get frostbite really quickly. In fact, with the wind chill, it could feel closer to -40 or even colder than that as we go through this next little bit. So I'm sure you've heard a lot about the Arctic polar vortex, and really what happens is it's actually just a huge bubble of cold air over the Arctic, and what happens is it's actually enclosed by winds, which is what's keeping it up there, but sometimes that pattern's disrupted, and in this case this is what's happening. So it allows for much colder air to roll in. So we are looking Thursday, Friday, Saturday at seeing the coldest of it, and it looks like we will remain below freezing really for a 2-week stretch. -2 is our high today in Calgary, so still mild out there right now. We'll continue to be mild in through tomorrow as well, and then after that you will certainly notice the cool down, but you can also already see this. So these are daytime highs today. Grand Prairie -15, Fort McMurray -18, Lloydminster -16, Brooks -13. So that cool down has already started in many communities, and this is just the beginning of the much colder air that's to come. So Red Deer feels closer to -23 with that wind chill, Drumheller -22, and Brooks -28 at this moment. When we look at Calgary, we feel closer to -11. Same thing goes for Claresholm with that wind chill. And again, it's going to take our bodies a little bit of time to adapt because we've been so warm through December and through early January. To talk about moisture for a second, you can see what's rolling into parts of BC. So on the BC side, significant snowfall for many communities. On our side, not quite, but we could see a little bit, especially for the south end. Mainly to the north, central and northern Alberta is going to be dealing with higher snowfall amounts. But for us here in Calgary, the first wave of it, the warm front that rolls through, we won't get any snowfall, maybe just a couple snowflakes, but no accumulation from this. It's when the cold front rolls through Tuesday night and through Wednesday that we could see some snowflakes and a little bit of accumulation similar to the last bit of snow we got. So that's in store for us as well Tuesday night and through Wednesday, as you can see here by your timestamp, and it will usher in that much colder air. So amounts anywhere from 2 to 6 centimeters possible in Calgary, but you can see the higher amounts well off into BC, absolutely. And for that longer range forecast, your Capital Chef 5-day looks colder than you've seen in a very long time. -1 is our high for tomorrow, -17 for Wednesday, -25 for Thursday, and -29 at least, maybe even -30 by the time we get into Friday and Tara, with the wind chills well into those -30s, absolutely.
The overnights, Danielle, yikes.
Oh.
Well, Canadians